Thanks for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I'm Jarna Hector. Coming up, Japanese agency, the GGP, funds an ambulance for Dominica Red Cross. Salisbury Fisheries Agriculture and Tourism Cooperative is successfully launched, and Roseau youth demonstrate their computer knowledge skills. Stay with us for more after this.
If you can believe this,
come by my house and let me show you some movies.
why can't you believe this? Some mothers don't believe their own children when they say they've been sexually abused, and they don't report it. Remember, if anyone asks to see or touch their private parts, touches them inappropriately, shows them or forces them to touch one's private parts, has sex with them, shows them pornographic material, or deliberately lets them hear or see the act of sex, then it is sexual abuse. Believe your child and report the sexual abuse. For more information about child abuse, contact these agencies. This message brought to you by UNICEF and this station.
Thanks for staying with us. A new fully equipped all-terrain ambulance will mean improved services for the Dominica Red Cross when the vehicle is purchased and commissioned. The Dominica Red Cross is much closer to this commissioning, with the Grant Assistance for Grassroots Human Security Project funding the purchase, equipping, and shipment of the vehicle to Dominica, a total cost of $65,541 US. Director General of Dominica Red Cross, Kathleen Pinat-Byrne, opened the signing ceremony with these remarks.
In keeping with our mandate to provide assistance in times of need, the Dominica Red Cross has a long history of providing first aid services in emergency situations, and often does so in close collaboration with the Ministry of Health. The replacement of our aging ambulance by a heavy-duty four-wheel drive, fully outfitted ambulance capable of traversing the roughest terrain will enhance the services which we provide to the public. Our aspirations to procure such ambulance vehicle and equipment with our own resources would generally be unachievable, but will now be made possible through the goodwill and generous support of the people and government of Japan through this grassroots project.
Minister for Social Services, Honorable Gloria Shillingford, told the gathering that government appreciates the initiative taken by Dominica Red Cross to source the vehicle. She stated that government also recognizes the contribution of the association itself on the island.
I must thank the Dominica Red Cross for its sterling contributions over the years in the areas of health and social services, particularly to the vulnerable and marginalized, emergency response, and disasters, to name a few. Your organization continues to collaborate with government departments such as the Fire and Ambulance Service, the Princess Margaret Hospital, and the Office of Disaster Management in ensuring that the urgent calls from citizens in emergency situations, especially in times of disaster, meet with prompt and efficient response. Government is extremely grateful for this type of collaboration and is therefore always willing to support your initiatives.
The project Grant Assistance for Grassroots Human Security, or GGP, is a development project of the Japanese government established in 1989.
The GGP is designed to promote human security in the world by assisting non-profit organizations. The scheme targets the area related to basic human needs. This project will allow the Red Cross to improve the quality of their first aid services, which will help them to save lives. I have no doubt that this project is truly one which meets basic human needs. And we are very pleased that we can assist through the GGP, especially since this year marks the 150th anniversary of the Red Cross.
Since its establishment in 1989, the program has been operational in 109 countries around the world, disbursing generally no more than $123,000 per project. The GGP officials sees this assistance as illustration of the cooperative relationship between the governments of Japan and Dominica.
Our two governments have been accustomed to cooperating in international fora and exchanging and sharing opinions on many important issues. Today's ceremony demonstrates how strong bilateral relations are built, not only through intergovernmental interaction, but also through cooperative efforts on a community-based grassroots level.
President of the Dominica Red Cross, Philip White, remarked on the timeliness and willingness of the GGP to show support for human welfare in Dominica. In areas of housing and road construction, the Labour Party government is meeting its obligations to residents of the island. Kimani Seja brings us a special report from a tour of ongoing projects in the Lapland constituency.
With the Labour Party government and Honourable Peter Seja as parliamentary representative for the Lapland constituency, residents of that area can bear witness of promises being fulfilled in a timely and comprehensive manner. When GIS and Honourable Peter Seja took a tour of ongoing development projects in his constituency recently, the team visited a road project as well as housing projects in Delis. The Couson Road, which links two communities, is under construction, with manpower being supplied by young men from the area. The road, which winds through a steep and wooded area, is more important than it appears to the average visitor. According to chairperson of the Delis Village Council, the Couson Road is many things to many people.
This road is serves the people who do their local agriculture, their gardening, and number 3, it is motorable. So that means the people don't have to carry their load on their head anymore from garden to home or to the marketplace. So that road is so important that it will serve its purpose in the community. It is also a link road from one hamlet to the other, the hamlet of Delis to the hamlet of Carib. It's a link road. And along that road, you'll notice there is a source. That's where the villagers, both in Carib and in Delis, used to fetch water before. That was before the Wasco. And I believe that source is going to be upgraded because people still continue, as of now, they are still using this source for water. And also it's a shortcut from, as I say before, from one hamlet to the other. That's where the post office is. It's by down. The village council is by down. We have the youth center by below. We have churches by below and neighbors.
The road project, which was proposed to the Basic Needs Trust Fund about 9 years prior, was approved and promptly commenced in October. Though rain delays proved challenging, residents will have one less challenge by December's end when the project is complete.
For many, many years, the people of Delis have sought to get this tract developed into a major roadway connecting the meager area of Delis to the lower Carib area. Finally, through the intervention of BNTF, we got a project going through the village council. This project costs roughly $137,000, and as you note, it is nearing completion, and the people of the area will benefit tremendously.
In the area of housing, the Lapland constituency, which includes Delis, continues to benefit from government's housing assistance and sanitation programs. In her newly renovated house on the Couson Road, Mabel de Gallery is testament to that.
She was complaining for years of the road, the type of road she has to walk. And remember, she's suffering from elephantitis. And she is very elated concerning that road.
Honourable Seja is particularly proud of that achievement, which means a different way of life for Mabel.
Her house was probably the most dilapidated that I have seen in the entire constituency. And with the help of the village council, who consistently cited the need for new facilities for her. And indeed, some gentlemen within the labor organization, we were able to organize to construct a new home for her or renovate her existing home. Presently, she's very thankful that we undertook the construction or reconstruction, renovation of her home. And thankfully, when the rains come in, she does not have to vacate her premises any longer.
On the subject of housing, Sylvia Sorrento is another named beneficiary.
This is a brand new building that we did for a middle-aged lady who for her entire life has not had a dwelling house of her own. She's Sylvia Sorrento, and I'm thankful that the materials were made available through the Ministry of Housing under the home renovation program and housing program. The materials were made available, and she was able to organize on her own to get the workmen together, get the assistance of friends and family, and today Sylvia has a brand new home, and I'm hoping that either for the Christmas or early in January, she will be able to move into her home.
Another disbursement of housing assistance funds has been identified for the constituency of La Plaine, and those who have been patiently waiting will soon join those who are testaments of ongoing development in the area. In numerous sectors, government is working feverishly to meet its commitments to improve the standard of life for residents all over the island, including the La Plaine constituency. Kimani Seja for GIS News.
In other news, the Salisbury Fisheries, Agriculture and Tourism Cooperative, a formally registered cooperative, was officially launched on Wednesday at a ceremony on the Salisbury beach. The new cooperative will focus on bringing about increased economic activity in the community through fishing, agriculture, and tourism-related activities. Interim President of the Salisbury Cooperative, Titus Moses, in outlining its immediate plans, said the cooperative will seek to add amenities to the fish landing and washroom facilities currently existent on the Salisbury beach.
It will expand and modernize the structures built then and add much needed new dimension, which include a tourism component, that is beach chairs, lifeguard booths, secured bathing zones, etc. A fine restaurant, agricultural sale depot, more public showers with a ramp for persons with disabilities, an office for cooperative, among others.
Registrar of Cooperatives Marriott Carnevale congratulated the new cooperative movement for taking the bold step in developing Salisbury. Carnevale challenged the new cooperative to work at creating at least 30 new jobs.
Members of Salisbury Group, you have the potential to create at least 30 jobs directly and indirectly combined in your community. Can you imagine if you created at least 30 jobs and 19 other constituencies organized 19 viable cooperatives, each providing at least 30 jobs? Just imagine that. This would mean 600 jobs are being created in the cooperative sector. Trust me, it is not that difficult. People of Salisbury, you have the potential. I have the confidence that you can make it happen. However, it will not be an easy road.
Carnevale encouraged members of the Salisbury Cooperative to work hard and be committed to enhancing the livelihoods of villagers. She called on the cooperative movement to ensure that it meets the requirements of the Cooperative Societies Act. Her wish is that the cooperative would aspire to become a model organization. Meantime, Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Salisbury constituency, Hector John, welcomed the cooperative movement as a vehicle for economic development. He described the Salisbury beach as a gold mine with tremendous potential waiting to be harnessed.
The Salisbury beach, I will touch it a bit because of the great potential. We have an area that can be utilized for sports, it can be utilized for fishing, and it also can be utilized for social activities. The Salisbury Beach, we have the basketball court. We also have a very large area that can take a playing field. Think of the length of the Salisbury Beach, the space we have here. We have more space than Mayro, Battley, and all the others combined. But putting our efforts together to utilize this place is very important. And that is why we must commend the Salisbury FAT for doing just that.
The parliamentary representative is suggesting that the Salisbury Beach be developed into a multi-purpose area. He also called for progressive networking between the church and the Salisbury Cooperative.
The Salisbury Beach is not only utilized by the fishermen and the Salisbury community, but the church has a large stake in the Salisbury Beach, and we cannot do anything without the involvement of the church. So networking is critical and important towards the development of the Salisbury area and the role that the Salisbury FAT has to play. There must be progressive networking between the church, the Salisbury FAT, SEC, and the entire community to realize our growth.
DLP Senator for Salisbury, Bentley Royer, represented Community Development Minister Honorable Gloria Shillingford at the launch of the new cooperative. Royer is convinced that the Salisbury Beach has the potential to become a model beach on the West Coast. He called on the wider community to make this dream a reality.
Salisbury has its place because Salisbury has a beach, and with this beach we can more or less concentrate on fishing, agriculture and tourism, because I believe this beach has the potential to be one of the best on the West Coast if properly utilized.
Franklin Georges, a resident of Salisbury and a member of the cooperative, endorsed the group.
Let's make Salisbury second to none. Please keep working. I'm not here to talk history, but I'm proud. But one thing I would like to say as the air is here today, many of us return home and we sit on our bottoms at home. Returnees, please come and join the community. Thank you.
On Wednesday, the Cooperatives Division presented the Salisbury Cooperative with $5,000 along with a copy of the Cooperative Societies Act and Regulations to assist in startup. The Salisbury Fisheries, Agriculture and Tourism Cooperative has a current membership of 22. In other news, Dominica may well be leading the region in the fight against youth unemployment with the recent launch of its apprenticeship program. At this time, European countries are being advised by the ILO to pursue such opportunities for youth. The International Labour Organization has issued statements affirming that apprenticeship programs are, quote, a proven approach to fight youth unemployment, end of quote. It was that belief which led the organization to organize a 4-day sub-regional workshop in Europe on apprenticeship systems. The meetings ended on Thursday. Government, employer and worker representatives from European countries discussed practical steps to improve apprenticeship systems. Michael Axman, a skills development expert at the ILO, stated, quote, the positive impact of well-designed apprenticeships has been clearly demonstrated. In countries where a fifth or more of all 16 to 24-year-olds are in apprenticeships, youth unemployment is lower than in other European countries where apprenticeships are not that common, end of quote. The meeting was also aimed at producing national action plans to improve apprenticeship systems. Government's multifaceted national employment program includes mentorship and apprenticeship aspects. Find out more on nep.gov.dm. The Caribbean Association of National Training Agencies, CANTOR, for the first time since its inception in 2003, is holding its general meeting in Dominica, hosted by the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development. The two-day meeting, which commenced at the Fortune Hotel on Thursday, brought to Dominica some of the Caribbean's leading minds in technical and vocational education and training, or TVET. There are champions of TVET from all over the region, including the Caribbean Examinations Council and representatives of the Canadian-funded project CARICOM Education for Employment. Dominica's Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, Honorable Peter Seja, is elated that this historic meeting is taking place in Dominica at this time. Minister Seja sees the meeting as timely because of his ministry's current pursuit to deliver CVQs at its secondary schools. Currently, CVQs are being piloted in 3 secondary schools in Dominica: the Dominica Grammar School, Goodwill Secondary, and Northeast Comprehensive School. The minister will host a special cocktail on Thursday evening to officially welcome the cancer delegates and allow them to sample Dominica's cuisine and culture. GIS National Focus will bring you details of that welcome ceremony in Friday's newscast. In more news, Roseau youth had an opportunity to display their newly acquired knowledge in computer hardware and networking on Thursday when the doors of the Roseau Enterprise Center were opened for potential employers, parents, the media, and other members of the public to witness their skill firsthand. John Roach, Acting Chief Youth Development Officer, says programs such as these are taking place across the entire island.
At Granby, we also have a computer literacy module going on. In St. Joseph, we also have a computer literacy in Portsmouth, in Castle Bruce. In Wesley, we have computer literacy modules going on. And in Marigot, we have a computer maintenance, building maintenance module going on, as well as in Portsmouth, we have a hairstyling. So these are the modules we have going on presently. And what we are doing is giving the public an opportunity to come and see exactly what the young people are doing. It is a traditional activity of the Youth Skills Training Program where we invite the minister, the media, the public, and the parents of the young people to come and see exactly what the young people are doing.
The computer hardware maintenance program, which began on October 1st, has 14 students and will end on December 20th. Warrington Victor, course facilitator, says he is very impressed with the work done by the trainees. He informed that they are now well equipped to troubleshoot and solve almost any computer issue.
The students learned how to troubleshoot computers. They also learn how to disassemble and reassemble them. And they do some basic networking as well in terms of PC connecting, interconnectivity. They can walk into any computer repair store, repair shop, and be competent in terms of troubleshooting, knowing what's wrong, and advise management as to what is needed to be done.
Nicole Joseph, one of the trainees, calls the course a great learning experience. She praised her facilitator and the youth division for providing the opportunity.
This has been an amazing experience. I have always had a love for computers and how it works, and always willing to know more about it, because when I turn on a computer, I always want to know why it turns on or what makes certain programs on the computer actually work. So it's been amazing, it's been very interesting, and our instructor, Mr. Warrington Victor, is an amazing instructor.
Matilda Popo, Job Development Officer at the Youth Division, revealed that not only are the students being trained in computer hardware maintenance and computer literacy, they also get the opportunity to learn life skills.
Added to the technical skills, they also do social skills, business skills, family life. And we recognize at the Youth Development Division that is critical, because what it does, it enhances the whole individual. So you may be technically inclined, you may be good, but if you do not know how to relate, if you haven't got interpersonal skills, you will be a failure, you know? So we recognize at the Youth Development Division that is very, very important, and that makes a difference in the young person.
The opportunity to see what the students have learned was a rewarding experience for one father. He says other young persons should get involved in learning a new skill.
It's certainly a good feeling, and I was really happy, and I just hope that, you know, a number of the young people out there can engage themselves in such, you know, such work where they can get to repair such things like equipment and so, like particularly the computer.
And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à ces nouvelles en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le ministre de l'Éducation a implémenté un programme pour l'éducation des enfants en différentes phases. Parole celle-là sortira du ministère de l'Éducation, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean. Ministre Saint-Jean fait parole celle-là pendant la consultation qui prend place en Dominique. Mettez attention à l'éducation et le développement des enfants.
En 2011, qui nous lançait, nous fait en déclaration là, nous avons lancé Universal Early Childhood Education. Ça c'est là nous mettons attention à chaque enfant, tous les enfants en Dominique ont chance pour attendre en l'école ou bien en daycare. En 2012, nous mettons l'eau attention en les en secteur là nous regarder ces enfants qui entre 3 pour 5 l'année en preschool avec comme gouvernement comme ministre éducation nous observons qu'il y a des enfants qui pas qu'à aller à l'école gouvernement ouvert 5 preschool en ces grande école là l'école primaire là nous ni l'espace là ça c'est première phase là actuellement nous mettons l'attention à les éduquer et augmenter qualité éducation qui ces teachers là yo ka délivrer ça c'est phase D et nous ka aussi garder en d'autres phases là nous ka mettre l'attention à la qualité éducation qui nous ka délivrer à ces enfants yo vraiment nous pas faire tout bitin une fois nous faire en différentes phases.
En la nouvelle, le ministre de l'Agriculture a bien encouragé un programme où les habitants ont cultivé plein patates anglais tout en pays là. En un mois passé, Dominique a reçu un gros conteneur et puis c'est plein patates salades. Selon l'officier agriculture Austin Bell, habitants ont engagé en proportion l'occasion pour commencer à planter. Selon M. Bell, le programme là a implémenté en l'occasion qui partenait Concochrane et puis pays Kalinago. Bell a encouragé d'autres habitants en Dominique pour contacter la division agriculture pour poursuivre plan ailleurs. En d'autres nouvelles, affaires activités criminelles qui ont affecté la ville Gontas en temps qui passe, quand on fait attention, c'est une activité qui a été vendredi. Police a collaboré et puis l'église et d'autres monde ont le problème là qui discuté pendant On the Beat qui direct à radio DBS en direct hors ville Gontas. Sinon, prêtre catholique Père Herman Chaplis, activité ça là, c'est pour voir une commission bien fort dans ces criminels là.
Pour 2-3 ans présent, l'autre jour, nous tenons 2 femmes qui sont mortes. Tous ces bagages là qui ont fait mon père. Vendredi, nous commandons des gens pour venir à l'église Guantas. Ça a commencé à 7h. Nous avons une discussion ça là. Discussion là qui est live à DBS Radio. C'est un programme qui a créé On the Beat. So DBS qui est à Guantas pour nous parler de ces problèmes ça là. Panel là qui est autant de monde. Moun qui a moderate panel discussion ça là c'est Inspector Weeks avec moun comme Inspector Enzof Irish Pastor Rodney Paul Rep Ian Douglas Cesarina Paul avec moi-même nous qui là parler mais public là qui a une chance pour demander chection public là qui a une chance pour mettre pour dire ça y a catcher nous ça fait parce que problème ça là c'est un problème nous tous nous pour venir ensemble avec travail compte avec nous pas ça faire c'est moun là qui a fait criminel bagaille criminel nous pas ça faire nous paix nous ne pouvons venir boire c'est nous qui ne pouvons croiser yon semaine là nous ça fait ça c'est pour nous dire il y a crime stopper c'est number là dit ces monde là qui nous voit qui a fait crime qui nous quoi qui a fait bagaille mauvais c'est qualité bagaille avec qualité action ça là nous qui ça mettre nous qui ça arrêter bagaille ça là fait village nous, tong nous, city nous en place, la paix ou là tout le monde qui compte en vivre.
Finalement, Red Cross Dominica a d'ailleurs meilleure position fait travail ailleurs. L'institution là aussi voit une ambulance bien moderne et puis équipement au Japan. Directeur Red Cross Kathleen Peanut Burn a parole et délivre une cérémonie pour te recevoir ses voix de salam. Oui, merci le gouvernement Japan pour venir et puis assistance à la bayo. En même temps aussi, le ministère pour Services Social, Honorable Gloria Shillingford, fait parole que le gouvernement Dominique a bien supporté l'initiative Red Cross pour poursuivre la voiture là. Et aussi fait parole que le gouvernement a organisé le travail Red Cross en pays Dominique. Ambulance ça a coûté plus que $65,000 US. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nous faire pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson, Luce. Quand tout le monde, on pense à Noël. Au revoir.
How to develop the virtue patience coming up next.
Do you have uncovered water storage drums around your home? Do you dispose of old tires, cans and old containers capable of holding water anywhere in your environment? Are you being bitten by mosquitoes, particularly at dusk and early morning? Do you keep houseplants in water? Do you spend your hard-earned cash to control mosquitoes? Has your community experienced dengue fever outbreaks? If your answer is yes to at least 3 questions above, you are at risk to dengue fever. Join the fight against dengue fever. the responsibility for a dengue-free Dominica lies with you. So, get rid of the Aedes aegypti mosquito.
Because everything is instant, we are so much more likely to be impatient in many aspects of our lives. When we text someone and don't receive a response right away, we debate and ponder the meaning of the delay. One unconventional way of developing the virtue patience is by reading. Reading requires patience. No matter how long it takes you to finish your book, enduring the time it takes will help your patience level. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and your comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Jarna Hector. Thank you for watching.